A homogeneous solid, transparent and refracting medium bounded by two plane surfaces inclined at an angle is called a prism. I know we have an idea of what a prism looks like. Classic shape which comes in mind is pyramid, Egypt. Pyramids, that's a prism, right? Some, what do you say, paperweights, that shape, prism. And sometimes maybe some buildings at the top, where you see the pointy thing, prism. So we have an idea, but one should not be constricted with the idea, right? Geometry cannot hold the refracting surfaces. So all you need is two planes. If those two planes are parallel and joined, parallel slab. And if they are not parallel, they will intersect someday at some point. So they become prism. Yes, I can make it into a tetrahedron. I can make it into an octahedron. I can make it a triangular bipyramidal. So all these shapes which you have studied in hybridization, in chemical bonding, the shapes of the molecules, right? Square pyramidal, right? Triangular bipyramidals, all that is fine. But eventually what is happening? Eventually 2 times refraction should happen. 2 times. 1, 2. And it should happen in such a way that it should not be parallel. Crux ye hai. Everything else is paraphernalia. That can be understood. But crux is twice refraction, right? Bahar se andar and then andar se bahar. From out to in to out. And the angle should not be 0 or 90, whatever you want to call it, depending on your reference point. Got it? Got it. Okay. Some standard terminologies. Prism base, and especially that angle, the anchor angle, the key angle is called the angle of prism, and the standard symbol you will find in the books is capital A. Is that clear? Good. Alrighty. Let's send a ray in. Obviously, what will be did you see the nomenclature is same as the parallel slab? Nomenclature change nahi hua hai. It's the same thing. Same incident ray, same refracted ray, same emergent ray. Correct, sir? Same angle of incidence, same angle of refraction and angle of emergence. The only difference is that there will be 2 angles now. One where you come in and one where you come out. Oh yeah, of course. Hai na? Sure? Sure. Do you see how this is actually coming from parallel slab with the difference? It's actually a unparalleled slab. I just thought of it. What is prism? Unparalleled slab. ठीक है, tapered slab. All right, sir. All right. Standard construction. Watch it now. Watch it again. आराम से वापस देखते हैं. I'll draw it again. Don't worry. एक बार वापस देखें. I'll draw it again. You trust me, na baba. Relax. Stop writing. Watch this. Now I'll slow it down. Don't worry. I will not draw anything on the principal diagram. I'll draw everything out here so that you have the luxury of comparing the two and follow me. Are you ready? Yes, sir. Guys, stop writing. I'll draw it only once. Please pay attention. And I'm breaking everything down, okay? So please pay attention. Please. Now, this apex angle is the angle of prism denoted by capital A. Right. Let's take a prototype ray which incidents inside, and let's say that ray is I. So did you see? I gave you 2 diagrams. One is a pure frontal view. Pure. All right, sir. And let's say this is the ray. Okay, sir. What are these dotted lines, sir? These dotted lines are the normals, re baba. Okay. Let's say this as R1, and if this is R1, this is R2. What are R1 and R2? The inner angles. The angles of refraction inside, and the ray which eventually comes out, it eventually comes out at some angle which you call as angle of emergence. So far there is a problem. So far it's fine, sir. Now don't see the full diagram. Is this part clear? This part is clear. Okay. Now watch, guys. Is this angle okay? Is this angle 90? Yeah. Let this point be P. Okay. Let this point be Q, entry point. Okay. Let the apex be called as kya bole? O. O. All right. And let this be R. Okay. So if this is 90, is this also 90? Well, definitely. So the remainder is also 90. What is remainder? What do you mean by remainder? I mean to say angle OPR and angle OQR, aren't they both 90 also? OP, because the other part is 90. Yeah, of course. Hai na? Right. Sure. Okay. So if they both are 90, that means their sum is 180. If they both are 90, that means their sum is 180. Good. That implies angle A, apex angle, plus angle PRQ, that sum is also 180. Angle A, the apex angle, plus angle PRQ, is also 180. Correct. In fact, can I make a fancy statement? OPRQ is a cyclic quadrilateral. Opposite angles are supplementary. OPRQ is a cyclic quadrilateral. Good, da? Good. Not relevant, but just showing off. ठीक है. Or A plus PRQ. Look at the triangle PRQ. Sum of all angles of a triangle is what? Last time I checked, 180. So angle PRQ could be 180 minus R1 plus R2. Can I cancel the 180? Oh yeah. And you have a very, very important result. The sum of inner angles of the prism during a refraction is equal to the apex angle of the prism. Take your time. Take your time. Yes or no? Yes. Now the other half of the diagram. Produce where the ray was going if the prism would not have been there. Okay. Produce the ray where the ray went eventually backwards. Obviously, this is where it was supposed to go and this is where it went. So what is this angle? Deviation. Check. Yes or no? Yeah, yes. Sure, na? Sure, sir, sure. So this guy is deviation. Sure. Now, how much is this angle? How much is this angle? Well, this is I minus R1. Pakka na? Tally in the principal diagram. Pakka, sir. How much is this angle? E minus R2. Correct. The sum of exterior angle by producing a side is the sum of opposite to interior. So this is I minus R1 plus E minus R2. Correct. I plus E minus R1 plus R2 कितना होता है? A. In the two dabbas are the two backbone relationship of prism. Take your time. Now easy.